Hello everyone, welcome back. Let us continue our discussion of living Christian and the content in movies. In living Christian lives, it's important to know that a movie is never just a movie. And the same applies for books, TV shows, music, and for gamers, video games. Wrong images cross our vision and hearing on occasion, but we should never voluntarily expose our vision to the wrong images. This also means that when you're living Christian, if you plan to work in media, one profession you should absolutely not take is critic. Film and media critics might be getting paid to watch movies, shows, and other media, but they are contractually obligated to watch many of the disturbing shows, movies, and other media that is being released nowadays. They might write negative reviews, but they are being required to expose their vision to all the wrong images. So if you are going to work in media, media critic is not the profession for you. We have responsibility with what we give to our eyes and ears. Looking back, there are many movies involving sex, mostly comedies, that I can't enjoy or appreciate anymore. Some of these movies I have spoke well of in past videos, but allow me to explain why I'm changing my mind on these movies. For today's videos, I've chosen a few comedies, a drama, and a comedic action hybrid. There are others that I may discuss in later videos. And there are obviously worse movies out there. I'm not going to discuss them or even address them because they're too obvious. I'd rather not address them at all. Comedies by Judd Apatow. The 40-Year-Old Virgin was a movie that I found funny at first. It released in theaters when I was a teenager in high school. Steve Carell as a nerd with relationship problems. It's well performed, and it leads to marriage before sex. However, the means to get to the end result are rather immature. His co-workers focus more on how to score rather than how to know when you're in love. And he keeps objecting to everything his co-workers are doing for them, but they simply go too far at times. Again, I was in high school when this released, and some of my classmates didn't like it either, but they were hypocrites. They were the same classmates who enjoyed Wedding Crashers, a movie far worse than The 40-Year-Old Virgin. It has some good emotion at times. Learning to live a better Christian life, I just have no reason to revisit this movie. Apatow later made Knocked Up, a movie that was highly praised by critics but was actually really bad. And then he made a drama about the miserable life of a comedian. In Funny People, you get a sense of why this aging comedian is depressed, but it's mainly a drama about this comedian and how he deals with his problems, and how the younger comedians try to help him when they start writing for him and working together with him. It's actually interesting. It's off balance at times. Far from great. If you're curious, give it a shot. Closer is a drama about despicable adults and how their lives intervene when they meet and date, split, reunite again. The ending sort of puts it all together, but as a whole, I do not see the beneficial value in a story like this. Comedies from the 1990s. Kevin Smith's Chasing Amy was a comedy drama involving homosexuality, dating, love, and sex talk. When I saw this as a teenager, there were one or two moments that I laughed at. I don't remember them that well. The sexual dialogue in this, and in Closer for that matter, seemed provocative and serious back then, but now it's immature and tasteless, and not really Christian either. Chasing Amy is rather depressing to me. I can't appreciate it, and I didn't appreciate Kevin Smith's callbacks to it in his later movies. Another Kevin Smith movie, Zack and Miri, which is not the complete title. YouTube policies require me not to say the complete title. Kevin Smith made this hoping to reach the same audience that enjoyed The 40-Year-Old Virgin. I think Kevin Smith does write and direct better than Judd Apatow. In this story, Zack and Miri live together, but are not a couple, although there are hints that they have feelings for each other. When they're completely broke, they decide they can make money by making a dirty video. They hire actors to make the dirty video. One of them was actually an actor who was in a lesser-known children's educational program, but one of my favorite shows to watch as a kid. So it was nice to see him in this movie. As disgusting as this movie is, it has a story, a love story between Zack and Miri, and it's actually quite affectionate. Kevin Smith has talent. I give him credit for having a cute, sweet love story within the grossness of this picture. The means of getting to the end result are not well intentioned. Knowing how disturbing this industry they're going for is, seeing them make this video, succeed in selling the video, and then invest careers in this sends the overall wrong message. This movie is not nearly as bad as it could be, but I cannot enjoy or appreciate this. And honestly, yes, it wasn't worth enjoying in the first place. Last one for now, the comedy-action hybrid, Grindhouse. I saw this in theaters as a teenager, as I am a big fan of Quentin and Robert. The original Grindhouse movies that they're paying tribute to were exploitation pictures that exploited sex, gratuitous violence, all with lackluster stories. So it's absurd that Q&R paid tribute to this. Granted, they take a more improved approach to this. However, they still go for the exploitation with long, uneventful dialogue, irrelevant sexuality, and a lot of gratuitous violence. Fans will always say, that's the point. But that's a stupid point. Honestly, it was probably wrong to see it as a 17-year-old as well. There are other movies I thought about discussing today, couldn't get my notes perfectly down yet, so I plan to discuss them in later videos. I also have not yet discussed how this applies to TV shows, music, and video games. I plan to discuss those in later videos too, so stay tuned. Are there any movies you used to enjoy that you don't enjoy anymore? Now that you're living the Christian life, now that you've learned about NoFap and learned to be a better Christian as a result. Whatever your thoughts are, feel free to further the discussion in the comments section. Like and share if you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to me for more videos. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of uploads. I'm making more videos for you and bigger projects for you as we speak. Have a great week and a great life, and always love yourself for who you are. Godspeed.